Chris? Ready, Chris?
Shit. I think I am.
All right, this is our new show. It's the Cypher.
Yes.
Yep. All right.
Digging it. Got to kick a verse to be able to talk on a topic.
Okay. Since I'm in a position to talk to these bitches, they listen. Protein shot to the forehead and they face glisten. To escape that shot, you'd be crowned Snake Plissken. I'm trailing these bitches like they multicolored Pikmin. Ooh. I got rocks so blue, they be calling me Jesse Pinkman. Ooh. Whoa, man. You can't say bitch, just think, man. It's 2019. You gotta switch it to woman.
Okay. So you got first topic.
Yeah, I got first topic.
Boom.
I didn't have anything lined up. It's the Pride for Podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross. Alex.
And Alex is going to tell us about the John Travolta movie.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
That's the first
that's
thing.
Not, so, that's, nope, get it out of your system.
That's old, my
you
guy.
You said, quote unquote, it was a transcendent experience.
What I had not heard about.
Any part of it.
It's something that's never been done before is why it's...
Incorrect.
So
keep going.
So
keep going.
If we're thinking of Fred Durst, I think of like the music. I think of the same lane that remember when the joint album with Linkin Park and Jay-Z came out. It was like one of those rare music moments where you have like the hood kids and the kids that like rock, kind of like, all right, this guy knows so bad. Yeah, it's like. I think that's super dope, and I like those moments in history. So, like, Fred Durst is definitely... I mean Limp Bizkit. I keep saying Fred Durst like it's just him, but Limp Bizkit in general.
That Jay-Z Linkin Park, that
was just him. What are you talking about?
Man, no, they got Wes Borland in there, too, and apparently... I didn't know about this shit either because I didn't care enough to look behind the scenes, but apparently Wes Borland and the lead singer from Stain have, like, a beef. Where like he's like
I could see that.
Who's Wes Borland, by the way?
He's
Al Borland's kid from Home Improvement.
I didn't listen. I didn't listen to Chris. I tuned Chris out when Ross was saying that. But go ahead. Who is it? Who is he?
He's a guitarist from Limp Bizkit or whatever. The dude that used to paint his face crazy and have like the blacked out eyes and shit like that. Whatever. Okay. So like. Apparently, like, Limp Bizkit put Stained on his little album label, whatever the fuck. And he this lead singer from Stained ran into Wes in the airport, and he's like, oh, I'm going back home. He goes, to where? To Florida? No, to L.A. That's where I lived, and that's where I've lived the longest. Never forget where you came from, says the Stained guy. You're from Florida, man. And then he was like, fuck you. And it's been... all beef ever since.
That was okay. So where is Limp Bizkit from?
Limp Bizkit was a group I believe started in Florida.
That explains it.
But Wes Borland he's lived in Richmond, Virginia, I believe. He's lived pretty much all over the place, and like the longest place he's lived was LA, and he was like, I'm going back home to LA where I live. He's like, no, man, never forget where you came from. You're from Florida. It's like, fuck you. You don't know me.
Why would that be? Like, was there a video of this or something?
It was way back in the day.
Okay.
Like, this beef has been going on forever, apparently.
That's the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard.
From what I've heard, though, the Stain guy likes to beef with, like, everybody.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
why? He's had
like fans like at his shows where he's like called out and beefed with them.
Well, I mean,
that is
fans?
fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
If you can do that,
that explains why he doesn't have a career and hasn't for a long time.
He just like played at a casino around here like within the last year.
Oh, he's playing casinos.
I would have went and gone to see that. There's so much fucking pain in his music, and I know
why.
I got it, Chris.
He's got two.
You got it. Fuzzball.
Sweet.
I don't dislike Stain either. I'm just mad at him now because of this stupid beef.
Well, how do you?
He has two good songs, right?
It depends on your definition of good.
Isn't he doing solo shit too now?
Yeah, that's what it is, and it's very like I'm libertarian is what his new stuff is.
Oh, never mind.
He's like grand opening, grand closing. Holy shit!
Damn you, man! Crack.
But yeah, so this movie, The Fanatic.
Yep, The Fanaticist. Go ahead.
Go ahead. So. Without giving any plot points away, what is this film like? Is this like following the life of a fan of Limp Bizkit?
No.
Or
have you ever seen that Animu, Perfect Blue?
Oh, God.
That's what it is.
There's no way.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, it's like there's a celebrity guy, and then there's like a guy who's like a street performer, and he's like the biggest fan of the guy, but then stuff goes bad between them, and stuff happens.
Yeah, have you ever heard the song Stan? Same thing.
Did you know that Stan
Except
is
less
in
of-
And Devin and Stan is in that movie.
Except less of
Wow.
like driving off a cliff and more of like
Probably
you know what?
trying to choke someone.
More of like
and
getting
then-
mad at the guy and like trying to do stuff.
Okay.
It's see it once and then just be like 7 out of 10, never watch again.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a transcendent experience.
Well, I mean,
The best movies you don't want to watch again because you want to keep them pristine in your mind.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Like you don't want to watch Dumb and Dumber now.
Yeah, that.
The comedy is different.
Yeah,
Comedy is different.
that shit does not.
Comedy
years later.
doesn't
I
age
wonder,
like
though-
fine wine.
I wonder though if Observe and Report's like more like relevant now than it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
I can't imagine that movie. I wasn't really a fan of that movie to begin with.
I love that
I
movie.
think Observe and Report was great.
I wasn't a huge fan. It was funny.
Yeah.
When everybody leaves, I steal shit.
But comedy, like it's always dated and it doesn't. transcend
Superbad
time.
might be.
I still think Superbad's great when I watch it.
Superbad was like ahead of its time when it came out.
I believe so, but like I have not watched that movie since.
Maybe when you're older now, like maybe it's not gonna hold up.
The
It'll be
majority
like
of the
good
jokes in
kids
it aren't
movie.
like
That's-
age ones, like dependent on when the movie came out. I don't think, which is good.
if it's all pop culture reference, then it's
Yeah,
gonna
then
be
it-
like.
Yeah, it's gonna be like.
Dumb and
what?
Dumber was when it was all about like physical humor and shit. Still,
And I
So
mean,
you think that would hold up actually more than like.
I don't know. The Three
Some-
Stooges don't hold up, in my opinion, but
I kind of respect the Three Stooges. I don't like or dislike
Yeah,
it. I
because
just
they were
kind
in
of
a
respect
360
the
deal
threes.
before a 360.
what about
Yeah.
what about
Like,
Austin
holy
Powers?
shit.
Could you?
oh no,
I actually rewatched Goldmember.
that's the
Does it
newest
hold
one.
up?
So
No.
Yeah.
Okay, see, it's just
No.
the
There
one
was-
most
it's
likely to hold
extremely
up
hit
does
or
not
miss.
hold up.
Yeah, I'm like,
Actually, I think that the second one would hold up more than.
That's
maybe
because
the-
most of it takes place in the past.
yeah.
Like the second one, like Fat Bastard, dude, that guy was great.
that one
oh,
was
get
really
in my
good.
belly. Yeah.
The fucking I'm trying to think of what's a good comedy that's older that's actually good.
It's
Did-
got to be something.
Did Pet
Mel
Detective
Brooks.
hold up?
Probably Mel Brooks. Yeah, you're
Something
probably
by
right.
Mel Brooks.
Oh, Tommy
probably.
Boy.
Oh,
Probably
or
not.
Monty Python too, probably.
The Life of Brian's still like.
I don't see Tommy Boy not
satirical.
holding up. I saw it not that long ago, and it's
Oh, Tommy Boy, Chris Farley is Beverly Hills Ninja. Absolutely,
Hills
that one kind of aged a little bit because you could tell everything looks like old in it.
that's good. That's so good.
That movie
fucking-
is so good, dude.
Yeah.
What was it, Chet Stedman or whatever? Who shot the couch?
Walters.
Chet Walter.
Walters.
He keeps taking off his shoes, and the guy keeps just fucking sweeping him into the dustpan or whatever.
Hey, who keeps taking my shoes? God damn it, Chris Farley. Okay, so tell us more about this. It was a transcendent experience.
Who said them?
So it's Perfect Blue, but with John Travolta. Does he play autism well? Does he play his son that he got killed well because he didn't
Jesus
medicate
Christ.
him?
Boom. That's a true point.
Because you're supporting that. You're supporting Scientology when you see that movie.
You got to separate the actor from the human being.
Yeah.
Or the human being from the
From the work.
From
yeah.
the body of work.
I mean, are you still listening?
I would
Are you still listening to the remix to Ignition, Ross?
Well, let me use a different example. I would never watch Tom Cruise if I like worried about how he was in real life.
For sure.
Tom Cruise makes really good movies.
That's what I'm
He
saying. I would
does,
never.
For sure. I don't know what he's got
I'm
going,
like
he's
Tom
got it.
Cruise. I'm still on the fence about because I don't really. He's like crazy as fuck. Yes, but he didn't get his own son killed by refusing to medicate him due to his religion.
I don't know. Depending on who you believe, they claim that a lot of his kids are like super indoctrinated and are like gonna
They gotta check their feet and
Scientology.
stuff
You know,
like
big
that,
into
dude.
Scientology.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Katie
fucking-
Holmes isn't. Why would they be?
That's fucking
I
scary.
think she.
Sometimes they escape, and they better hope that they got no dirt on them, or else.
Yeah,
it's
I
really,
thought Tom
Well,
Cruise
these kids have grown up in it though. The kids.
I thought Tom Cruise distanced himself from Scientology for his kids.
Maybe
I heard about that. That's I heard about that a while ago, like years ago in an article. Who
that's a
fucking
thing.
knows if that's true?
Pretty
or not.
sure the reason
I don't keep
that
up on it.
Katie Holmes got out of there is because it was too wacky for her.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yep.
It's very odd.
L. Ron
I think I talked
Hubbard was
about
a
it.
cunt.
I think I talked about it on the
You
podcast
do realize
before, and I
that
got tricked
Dianetics
into
was
that.
written on like a poker bet, right?
Really?
Yeah.
He lost a poker bet, and the bet was you have to write a book to try to like create a religion or something like that. And well,
Wow. Holy
He bet
shit.
someone, I think, that he could do it. I think.
Yeah, he bet someone he could do it.
Let's
and he
see.
did.
Prolific science fiction writer writes a science fiction book. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, but think about it. Like Greek mythology and shit. It's like, was the mythology from the books, or was it like the books written from the mythology? Like,
I don't write the mythology. The mythology writes
the
me.
chicken or the egg argument.
yeah.
For sure.
It's probably just enough people saying something made something bigger than it was.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to think that the only reason that like civilization even exists is because people created some sort of framework, some kind of common framework to actually like come together. And if that was a religion back,
It was
in
just
the
a way
day,
to explain things that when people didn't understand.
And then
things.
eventually it was Magna Carta. Then eventually, stuff like that, and it became.
You know what happened? You know what happened? I bet you it was like a game of telephone for Greek mythology. Some dude's like, oh fuck, this guy with a fucking gooseneck dick fucking fucked my wife. And then through the telephone, someone's eventually like, oh, God turned into a goose and fucked his wife. Like I bet you that's how it came about.
That's how a lot of stories get pushed around. Like, that wouldn't surprise me because, like, the polar difference between regular fairy tales and the German Grimm's version of fairy tales and shit like that, I'm like, which version came first? You know what I mean?
The dark
like,
stuff, I think.
I think
You
so.
gotta
Like
think,
fucking
though.
Santa Claus and the Krampus and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta think though, like
Saint
at some
Nicholas,
point, all these
fucking
like
dark shit.
different, like certain religions, like just say, you know what, let's kill people and see if it brings like better crops, and then they got more rain or something that year, and then magically they just ever since started just
been rioting.
sacrificing
Yep.
people. Like
It's
crazy.
I mean, religion has been like, it's. I think it's kind of like, it's not factual, obviously, but it's like well believed that when something wasn't explained, like when people couldn't explain it back in the day, that they, blamed it on a god, made some story about how it came to be from a god and stuff because they didn't understand how things work.
They didn't know what ancient aliens were back then. So
Yeah. Same with the Bible. It's all the same.
like, and then ultimately, you have people that.
well, it's not about the label, it's not about the book, it's about the message. Is what for me.
Right. Yeah, like people that are quote unquote, and I hate when it's termed this because it irritates me. But you have spiritual people that
What does
are
that
like,
mean? What is spiritual versus
Crystals.
religious? Because I'm on a dating app and it's like spiritual but not religious. I'm like, the fuck does that
Agnostic.
mean?
so it's like you realize
Or Wiccan,
the truth
maybe.
in all religions, and instead of trying to label yourself as a Buddhist, as a Christian, as
As a man-made religion.
as any religious affiliation, you just believe in the fact that there is a higher power, there is shit that you don't understand, and science can't explain.
what about a
So
higher love?
agnostic, essentially.
Man, I was jamming to that song this morning in my. Oh man,
Who
I'm
is
looking
that?
crazy
Steve
as fuck.
Winwood?
Yep.
Yep.
That's like one of the
Awesome.
bangers.
Awesome. I'm
Oh,
glad
what,
I
you mean
learned
it wasn't Eric Clapton?
Eric clapping
yeah.
them cheeks. Okay, so I'm glad we heard about Alex's movie. Who
Religion.
wants to? Yeah, and religion, which I'm glad we didn't go deep
Oh,
into that.
oh,
We can
did
go
not
ahead.
see that.
Let me talk about this dating app.
Do it.
I want to do it.
Let's
Okay.
talk about-
so I was on a
wait.
free dating app.
Wait. Before we talk about dating apps, we
Okay.
need to. I think
Yes.
we should go around the table and tell how much experience we've had with dating apps as individuals. If you're comfortable sharing, if you're not comfortable sharing, whatever. I will start with myself.
Okay.
Back in the day, there was a dating app. It wasn't even an app. It was a website. It was before all that
It was
crazy
Yahoo Classifieds.
shit. It was this was after
GeoCities. It was
right?
MySpace.
This was after the whole ASL, bro. ASL.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
Good times.
There was a site called OkCupid. It was free.
I've heard of that.
Tons of people were on this. And I was like, yo, I get out in the area and I chill in clubs, but I'm not trying to meet a girl in a club or whatever.
Yeah.
So we got on this app. It was like me and a bunch of friends of mine and shit like that. As a joke started, and like people started to hit me up. And I'm like, yo, this is fantastic. So like that became the new thing. Like, fuck Facebook, fuck whatever else social media platform. Like that became the thing or whatever. And it was free. And it worked, and, you know, I had connections on there. I had misconnections, all of those crazy shits on there. So after that whole 9, then that's pretty much ended the whole dating app thing. Like, I wasn't around in a Tinder era or the Plenty of Fish era or any of that shit. So that's my experience with it.
I mean, I've done everything from dating apps, so.
Okay.
Like the paid, unpaid.
Well, now I'm doing paid for the first time.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but no, I've done Tinder, I've done hookups, I've done dating, I've had girlfriends from apps.
You've done
stuff.
Backpage, right?
And it's
No, sir, Mr. Officer.
No, sir. Don't know what
No,
Backpage
Tekashi
is.
6ix9ine.
No, don't know what that is.
Something about Tekashi.
I've done a lot. But I was at work and I was talking about it, and someone wants to meet you on Plenty of Fish. You know what? It's a bot probably. I don't even care. I'll look at that later. Right. So I was at work and I was talking about it because I work with like pretty much all women and a guy who's British. So I mean,
Woman.
Come on.
no, I'm kidding. Kidding. I love you, David.
I'm just kidding.
That shit is hilarious.
But so I'm talking about dating and stuff, and they're telling me about how they met their significant others or what they have done and stuff, and they're like, "You should try eHarmony." Like, I met my husband off eHarmony. I'm like, "Okay."
Farmersonly.com.
Yeah, I got the flannel on. I'll do it. But so I go on eHarmony. First things first, you pay. You pay to get like features or more pictures.
Did you do it when there was like a deal on it or whatever, or was there just?
Also, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So you have to do plans. There's 6 months, 12 months,
Holy shit.
and 24 months. Each of them you have to do in installments of 3 payments. For 6 months, it is $36 a month for 6 months. But no, it gets better. For a 12-month, you only have to pay $26 a month.
So it's like a Warcraft.
Yeah, but 24 months, you only have to pay $17 a month.
So if you get married in the time, can you like cancel it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
maybe, but you do it
6
in
months is 6 months.
You do it in 3 installments.
Okay, yeah.
You can do it in 1 payment, 3 installments, and that's it, I think, was the only choices.
So 3 installments over 24 months, you mean?
Yeah.
That would be pretty big installments, right?
Yeah.
Holy.
It's over $100 or whatever. And I went, and I'm like, first off, I don't want to pay for an app as is, because I've used Plenty of Fish. I've used the free ones before, Tinder, whatever.
Yep.
But those ones get a bad rap, though, right? Where it's like, oh, if it's a free app, they're just pretty much hookups. You're not going to get any meaningful.
That's what they try to say.
Like, I give a fuck if I'm trying to find someone and get like a hookup in between. What the fuck do I care? Absolutely, go for it. Mm-hmm. But then I go on this app. And I go online. I'm like, fucking eHarmony promo code. You know, I need that promo code. Yep. And then I find the 50% off promo code. Yep. So now I'm paying only like $17 a month for 6 months. And I'm like, what the fuck ever. I'll do it. I'll find my future wife. Get on there. First off, it's the worst dating app I've ever used.
Okay. Yep.
By far. They match you with 12 people a day or whatever based on your preferences and your questionnaires to match you.
Yep.
And I'm getting matched with, obviously, women out of my league. And it doesn't matter. You know, your percentage doesn't matter.
It's just based
100% on everything.
It's based
but
off
she's
the
a fine
questionnaires and
dime.
stuff. Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
and I'm me. And I'm still going to message.
Yeah.
Because you never know. She might have a fetish. And I don't hear back, of course. And I don't expect to right away. You know, I've just only been on it for a couple days. And I've only messaged 100 women.
You're a bot or something.
Yeah. And then it has the regular swipe card. Left, right, left, right.
Yep.
Here's the thing. If you like them, you swipe, but then it sends a smile emoji to them. The creepiest shit and you cannot shut this off.
Yep.
I don't think. I haven't exactly looked, I guess. Whatever.
For sure.
So I'm like, eventually I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Smiley, smiley, smiley. And I'm like, it's creepy and stupid, but they're like, oh, it's the most easy way to say hello. And our statistics show that people like smiley faces or some shit.
Fucking.
So when I started out...
Don't swipe, it's a poo emoji.
No, I wish. But so I'm like on the app and I'm like, okay, it says message or it has a picture of a smiley face. So I'm on a chick and I'm like, oh, I wonder what emojis they have. Hit smiley face. Just because I thought it was like an emoji menu. Sure. Nope, just sends her a smiley face emoji like the swipe. And then I message her. I'm like, whoa, this legit just sends a smiley face emoji. I did not know that, and I'm not creepy. Of course, she never responded.
Right.
But then here's the kicker. Here's the fucking kicker. On Plenty of Fish, you have fine dime brizzles left and right. Their profiles say, ha ha ha, this is so difficult. Just ask me what my interests are. And then the profile's blank.
Yep.
And I'm like, you're like, this is fucking ridiculous. eHarmony, I'm paying for it, the same fucking thing. There's tons of women that have this is too difficult, just ask, or what about me, just ask.
Why are they paying for it then?
Sometimes you don't.
could be
I
a
think there's
chicken
free,
and-
but you can only have one picture, I think, or something,
okay.
not as many features. But I'm like, why the fuck are you on here? Mm-hmm. And for a guy, especially a fat cisgendered male, I have to be extremely funny. I have to have a 3-page resume, and my opener has to knock it out of the park, or I'll never hear from a woman again.
Yeah.
And women, I'm not a fucking incel or anything, but you know, women obviously have it easier because these women have no profiles, and I'm like, still gonna send it, right? and so I'm sending them like, you know, I'm so shit at pickup lines because I am either all in or it's awkward as fuck. I'm either like, okay, so like what I want to do is like, okay, pancakes or waffles. And they're like, pancakes. And I'm like, you look like an OJ kind of girl. And they're like, yeah, I would like orange juice. And I'm like, okay, I'm just figuring out what I need to make you when you stay over. After you stay over. Like something like that.
Just say I don't own a pickup, but you could drive my truck.
Yeah, I want to do shit like that. The sleazy stuff.
The sleazy, clever stuff, like, kind of gets you, like, they're like, oh, it sounds like he's done this before. So it's like, it's a
confidence or cocky, like walk the line, I guess. It's like,
you know, like it's.
I might as well start sending shit like that because I don't care at this point.
Might as well.
I've been on it for 2 days and I'm already defeated.
Actually, was just speaking with a.
There's probably a fucking like a book like that like teaches you like fucking.
The art of
how to get the
deal
girl in 6 days.
The art of the deal.
You know what I mean?
It's like you send something completely ridiculous and then walk it back slowly to make it like seem like you're more reasonable. It's the Donald Trump approach.
Yep. But I'm gonna say right now, as someone who has tried eHarmony, I think Plenty of Fish is just 100% better because it's all free. It's out in the
But hear me
open.
out though. If you got to pay $36 a month, you can't be broke.
Yeah,
That's a filter right there.
that is.
Yeah,
like
I
when Facebook first
definitely
came out.
understand that, and that's from the people taking it seriously. It's like $36 a month for 6 months. Do the math.
Yeah.
That is
How
like
much math?
$216, whatever taxes in your state or jurisdiction.
But you have to understand too, like how much do you spend out in bars where you're like, oh yeah, I'll send a couple drinks that way.
That's way better.
That way, do this
Because that's instant gratification.
Well, at least you're getting fucked up while you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Unless you like take like losing money as like
Until you look
Our
at your
listeners-
until you look at your bank.
Yeah, your bank statements, or you leave your fucking debit card at the bar.
Right.
For our listeners, they will know that I am a charming motherfucker. Okay.
Oh, geez.
No, okay. But I am way more charming, at least I think, in person than I could ever be over text. Like my cheesy jokes, they don't go over well in text or anything like that.
But dude, hear me out though. Like, how many felonies do you have?
0.
Well, then
Maybe.
you're out.
yeah, I was about
What?
to say.
They want to. I can lie. I'd be like, I was pulled over once.
You got it.
I was pulled over.
I think your specific demographic that
Go ahead and say it.
no,
Go ahead and say it.
no.
Go ahead and say it.
Not to call you logic. Not to call you corny.
We're the I should say
Ross, bleep that.
the chicks that you live close to. You know what type of shit that they're on. So basically, keep your flannel on. I'll let you borrow.
No.
I'll let you borrow the truck for a few weeks.
No.
Go down to Raleigh's, and it's
Jesus.
easy squeezy, bros.
They'll
Easy
figure it out. They'll
squeezies.
ask you one question. What do you think about Donald Trump? And then you'll say, well, if you hesitate, they know that you're
How
a
hot is she?
liberal cuck.
Yeah. you
How
know?
hot is she though? How
Just-
hot is she?
We're talking.
I could carry
we're
that
talking
live for 2 months.
Just say, well, I like
Mimbach
Kanye, and then
hate
just
counter chick.
But you
No.
don't like Kanye. Never
That
mind.
was okay. I'm not okay. So you're implying corn fed. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I'm not necessarily like if a girl is holding a compound bow, has a fish in her hand in the picture,
Yep.
or a deer. You know, God forbid. I don't know why the fuck you're doing that. Or camo, whether it be mossy oak or real tree. I'm not even bothering because that tells me country music, conservative, more than likely racist, probably voted for Trump. All those are just
Like to go
telltale
outside?
signs. Yeah,
The thing
I'm
is
just
too,
kidding.
like
telltale signs.
on the way
Depends
here,
on how attractive they are. I am sleazy and desperate right now.
sleazy
so.
things. Every time I drive out to our filming location, I pass by that racist ass bar, and I'm like,
Raleigh's.
yeah,
Yeah, the owner's racist. Don't go to Raleigh's.
today's gonna be the day. I actually been in there
Well, you
before.
should have known from the Johnson thing out there in 2016 that the dude's not all there.
Don't even remember it.
The
dude.
what?
Don't remember it.
So what happened?
The Jeff
So you
Johnson,
remember Jeff
governor?
Johnson, the guy who ran as a libertarian or something the year before and got 0% of the vote because he's an idiot, and then ran as a repube the next
No,
year?
he tried to run as a Republican the last time, and he
Oh,
got
really?
1% of the vote.
Okay, wow.
Oh shit.
Or like, well, no, wait. What it was he tried to be the Republican, and he lost out to the other guy, and then he tried to run, and then he got 1%. That was what it was.
For all my real tree women, I was joking. It's obviously doesn't apply to every woman. Still not swiping.
Lumberjack.
Also,
kidding.
I want our viewers to know because you wear hunting camo.
I'm not in the
does
position to be picky.
Mean that you're conservative because I have hunting camo. I'm not conservative.
Yeah, you are.
Oh no,
You own a truck too.
I have.
You have conservative-like tendencies.
Yeah, I have.
And
Outwardly,
own weapons.
yeah, that too. Outwardly,
But you have Apple.
I have Apple. I have a grill. I have dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I also drive a pickup truck.
Well, there's a
Wear hunting camo from time to time. I think hunting camo is dope. I mean, there's like confirmed pictures of like one of my fashion people that I still look up to. Yay. And also the Virgil behind Off-White. They rock hunting camo. It's where you can pair a lot of earth tone colors with this camo, and it just works out.
I'm a big earth tone guy. That's why I don't mind camo that much. But
regular.
like
I
even
can't pull it out.
like even like blankets and like bedspread, I'm like, dude, it's gotta be earth tones.
Yeah,
Dude,
earth
a
tones are so
corn-fed man,
smooth, though.
you can't pull off camo without looking like a conservative, so I just don't do it.
Well, I think
I
I
can
I
see
think
that.
I
even
I think I fit that.
even camo joggers and like sneaks, I'm like, no, I can't even do it.
Yeah,
Too risky.
I could see it from that way, where I have like a little bit more sway, and I could wear that shit.
Should I go undercover, guys? Like just go
You
to Raleigh's
should,
and like we have a
like-
recorder on me.
You
Like,
could you could pick up a corn-fed girl around.
Oh yeah, I know I
You
could.
like no problem.
I don't know what we mean by when we say
My
corn-fed.
IQ
I know
my
Alex has said it before.
my IQ alone, like I could just pretend to be like conservative and just like
Yeah, I think Number one, I want to test this, and number two, I want to have a quote unquote what we think conservatives think is cool day.
You should try to pick up a chick just off just like
straight up
conservative like country shit. Like literally just bring it up. Be like, oh hey, so you like trucks? I got a fucking dually in the back if you want to go knock one out.
Don't actually dip, but just put a wad of gum in the front of your
Big League Chew.
Yeah, just put a wad of Big League Chew up in there.
Do it, Ross. Let's do it tonight. What time is it?
We're man.
8 o'clock. We're doing it, dude.
So we have to do that. We have to go down to MTH and test drive huge trucks.
And then take videos, take profile pics in them.
Yes.
For Ross.
Yes, we're going to do this.
And give me my cousin's borrowing that truck this week.
If you put a flannel on me,
he's going mud.
A chick will look at me and like, that guy owns like 5 trucks.
No, if you put on Realtree Camo and go to Raleigh's, the girls will be like, that guy fucks.
Yeah.
You got to make sure no, don't even pretend like you have a fake Southern accent. You got to make it authentic.
So
you into mudding?
Yeah.
So number one, before I even get into this, you have to be comfortable with us making a profile for you so we can collect messages from all of these chicks. Yeah. And I don't think it's really, is it a catfish to do
should
that?
I do like Bruno where it's like straight Dave, but it'll be like straight Ross or something?
Straight Ross, yes. And then you're like, we're going to find the chicks like with the profile pics I described, and you're going to be like just message them like, you know what? I don't know how you feel about Trump, but I feel like he's being wrongfully
I'll go by
persecuted.
Rod, because Rod sounds like...
Rod.
Straight Rod?
Yeah.
Rod.
That sounds like a porn name.
You're fucking no.
Yes. And then in your profile pic, it's going to be a pic of you or whatever, like a full body or whatever, and you're going to be like, there's 2 Rods in this picture.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And one's not necessarily bigger than the other.
Your bio is just going to say Skull Vikings. That's it.
Yes.
We're doing this.
Yes.
We're doing this.
God damn.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. This is perfect. We will do this. Probably not ever, but we'll try.
I think we should, because I was saying earlier, I just...
Is it legal to do that, though? To pretend to be someone else?
Catfish.
It's him, but it's not him. Like,
it's a
you know what I mean? Like,
experiment.
Sure.
The president does it every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
And Ross comes out of the room after he's done, and then he's like, oh, she didn't like that. It was a print.
But like I was speaking with a couple of other people that have a podcast that actually want to kind of
be on here.
Be on here and have us be on there or whatever. Like do kind of a crossover thing. And I think that would be
let me add him.
The perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
Message him. Be
like
Bryce. Tell him Bryce. Yeah. Message him. Say Bryce en route.
Right.
En route. Yeah. And hashtag. Wait.
Rusted
do we have a hashtag?
No.
At me.
We don't.
Prime.
Rusted Roots, send me
What's
on my
our
way.
shit?
On my way.
Yeah, send me on my way.
The thing is, they've seen episodes.
What's our Twitter?
And they're still down with doing
That reminds
this.
me, I forgot to tweet.
So they've seen episodes and they still want to come on.
Yeah, for sure.
I have people that want to come on, but they're too nervous or anxious, social anxiety. It's too much for them.
They don't seem to understand that any guest wouldn't have to think to be on this show.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't they don't. It's like they can't comprehend that.
It's like
some people.
It's like the most we'll ask them is if they agree or disagree and maybe why. That's a bit.
I even tell them I'm like only 8 people are gonna see it.
Right.
Not even see it. Only 8 people are going to listen.
Only half of our subscribers are going to watch on YouTube. The rest are going to listen. They're not going to know what.
What you look like.
It's like you can say no comment, and that's
and I'm
more comic value than anything else.
We could bleep all the racist stuff you say, like Ross does for me.
I actually bleeped myself last week, I think.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't even hear it then.
It was the Chris Brown comment.
Oh yeah, and then you didn't bleep me, who clarified your comment.
That just let people kind of try to understand.
For those of you who do not know what Ross is referencing, is that Chris Brown beat the shit out of a woman named Rihanna.
Yeah, and what's really weird is that people act like Chris Brown didn't do it nowadays. Like they're big up in him.
Well, R. Kelly fans do that too.
Yeah.
R. Kelly on Facebook, so y'all forgiving people? Nah, not you. Nope.
Yep. It's too fresh in our minds.
It will never not be fresh.
I'm just waiting for the follow. Like after, like if there is an after of like the Trump shit, it's like those people won't have
kidding, dude?
like they won't have like
How do
their
you know that
identity anymore
How do
to
you
hide
know that
behind.
he
or
didn't
anything.
put out the hit on Epstein because there was more shit involving him?
Oh,
They're probably dead.
And you can't.
I'm sure
you can't shake back into society unnoticed after like
Get damn cheap.
flying all
But
of this Trump
But
flag,
can you
Trump
cha-cha
bumper
slide
sticker.
back into society?
Like,
Yeah. They're gonna act like nothing's wrong, and it's like see the bumper sticker on your truck,
right? Like you might have
On
tried
your
to
lift,
scrape
it
off,
pick you up.
right?
Yeah.
Lift
Did
and
you
pick 'em up
know
truck.
that if someone rolls coal on me, I am fighting them?
You have to.
Yeah, that is. I don't even know why they're able to dump that wherever.
Well, what's
but
interesting...
it is built up, and they can dump it on people. And I just want everybody to know that I'm fighting.
What's crazy?
So hear me out about this. So is that kosher with like state like emissions like laws and shit?
I don't
like
think
that?
we have any here.
It's diesel, I'm sure. I don't know.
That shit wouldn't fly in California, but I don't think we have that shit here.
Can you believe
we're trying
that?
to warm it up here because it's too cold.
Right?
It's
roll call every day.
I can't. I've known people before. I've been friends with people that have bought trucks that never have moved anything.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
You know someone too, definitely. And it's like I get it. You're trying to get an identity, but you're still kind of being a fuckboy.
Only thing I can depend on is a damn truck.
And it's like, I think with, me buying a truck.
I'm joking. I'm not that harsh. I don't really mean that.
You should.
You do whatever you want, whatever vehicle you want.
Don't buy a truck if you ain't going to use it.
Oh, if you're getting diesel and rolling coal, like, fuck climate change, fuck Greta's. Or whatever, that little girl that wants to fight climate change.
Can like people be like tried for like what do you call it? Like because down the road that's actually gonna kill people what they're doing. Like
well,
you know what I'm saying?
They don't give a shit.
Well, you can't try them. That's why you fight them.
I guess
you give it your own justice.
I think it should be
poetic.
Illegal to press charges against someone that fights you in that. Because if you roll coal on me at a light, it's right.
If someone racially slurs you with the hard R and you fight them, do you get in trouble for fighting them?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Because it's like.
I guess if it's an old
here's
person,
the deal. Here's the deal. In a lot of
like,
states, if they're committing even a minor crime and it slips, it just turns into a felony automatically.
Yeah, that part I love.
Is the hard R?
There was a kid who threw a snowball. There was a kid who threw a snowball at a kid. Said it felony.
Oh, Dave Chappelle had that story about a kid or whatever, and he's like, got him. Yeah. Oh, so is it a felony to hard R someone?
Yeah. And we're back again.
I'll just cut that whole part.
Is he going for the turkey or something? Like we getting one more here?
Holy fuck.
Oh, that was so good though. Oh man.
Really
okay. All right.
So back to the dating profile and the crossover and all of this shit.
You might have to cut that. I'm okay with it, but cut it.
We have to do this crossover.
Oh.
So Roddy, if you are 100% okay with this, or even 40% okay with this, we'll figure out somewhere in the middle to get this going.
The me as an undercover. Yeah. Okay.
As undercover.
Undercover.
We're gonna make this like a web series.
Oh man,
you're literally. We're gonna record you going into businesses and stuff that like are more liberal, and then you're gonna complain about stuff. Like you're gonna go into.
And then if there's any question, you'll just say "Roll Tide."
He's gonna go into a Journeys and complain why they don't have 2XL. And then you're gonna call them fucking libtards.
Yo, we're doing this.
No one steal their idea, please. Right. No one's watching.
It's probably already a thing, but we'll do it better.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
do it better.
Oh my god!
I gotta actually write this stuff down.
We have so much shit we have to do regarding
you're saying
shows.
we come up with all the best ideas in front of the camera, but can't execute them because we're filming.
Yep.
Holy shit! All right.
I got something does anybody have anything burning they want to talk about? Because I got another thing I want to do to Ross here.
Jesus.
Shit.
I got a scenario that I want to read Ross that I found. You ready, Ross?
Wait a second.
Okay.
Am I gonna have to bleep something here?
My thing is...
No, I don't think so.
What if this actually turns Roddy conservative?
That's what I was afraid of. If Roddy
much.
dips into one real tree camo girl, you're gonna turn. I know it.
I don't believe in the whole Joker thing where you live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, but if like you're undercover for so long, that's all you know.
Like what side is up?
I'm also gonna start using just real fucking dip and
Yeah,
shit.
like what are you doing, Roddy? This is winter fresh. It's practically the
Did
same.
I tell you?
pretty much gum.
Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that one time where I tried chewing tobacco?
No.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure I have.
You carry a spitter with you?
I was
it?
no, I was so wasted.
Was it the pouches or was it like the?
No, it was a
Did
tin of
you
loose.
sucked on
one I've ever
all
seen.
the juice, didn't you?
Loose.
Everyone I know uses the pouches. Or
So I was hanging out. This was college. I was absolutely wasted down by college. I was hanging out with some fucking, frat guys that, they chew and stuff, and we're doing party to party stuff.
Dipping.
They're dipping. And then I am not walking straight at this point. And he's like, Bryce, you want some chewing tobacco, whatever? And I'm like, okay. Whatever. I grab a quarter of the whole thing. And I'm just like, shit. And then I just start like chewing it and then like sucking on it and swallowing the juice.
Oh, fucking gut.
within two minutes.
You made it that long? Holy
With
shit.
2 minutes.
That's a record.
Well, I like spit it out and within 2 minutes I was like, I don't feel good. It just in an alley, just like down by the college, I'm just like, projectile fucking vomiting. It's some person. I was like, because and they were trying to explain it to me as I'm like trying to tuck it in sloppily into my mouth. No, under the lip, and I'm like, I couldn't do it. And I'm like
Shit.
I could. It was so funny.
That is mega funny.
Yeah, not good for your health. Do not do any chewing tobaccos. Don't drink, I guess.
Don't vape either.
Well, drink in moderation.
Definitely
don't drink and drive.
Right.
Or drink and have...
Nowadays, are we to the point where doctors ask people if they're still smoking and they didn't start vaping, because it's probably worse for
I guess the annoying part about it is there's people on social media who are posting there's only been this many cases and this many people have died. If it's I don't know how many people have died, but... And they're like, why do people care about that one? Like, this does, smoking, it does this and all this other shit. I'm like, because vaping's been a thing for, a fucking 3 seconds and it's killing people. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like they don't seem to understand
It's
that.
like we don't know if everyone who's vaping that hasn't dropped dead from it yet isn't having other shit happening right now that's going to creep up on them.
Exactly.
You don't know.
There's over 1,000 have been hospitalized now in the country.
And the thing about that is usually when someone is vaping and or smoking the Mary Jane and stuff, they're usually smoking cigarettes as well. Which masks, at that point, it's like, oh, fucking, which one did it? It masks it.
It's like, at least cigarette takes years to kill you.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
People don't think, smoking marijuana is unhealthy. It's bad for you and bad for your lungs.
Pretty much if you're under the age of, 26, you
do
shouldn't, be doing marijuana, is literally what they've said now.
Under 26?
Well, they said that you're, not done developing your brain until, about 25, 26.
Oh, then you just fuck yourself.
Yeah, and it fucking...
Oh, I know people who've done that. Yeah.
Shit. That explains so much.
Yep.
Wow. All right, Roddy.
Fucking invigorating.
Okay, so you're driving on a back road at night. Open fields and woodlands next to the road. You see your light in your peripheral reflecting off something in an open field that is right past a grove of trees.
Okay.
The moon is out, and you can make out some shapes among the reflection. It's odd as there is no one that lives nearby, and it isn't a field that is tended to, so the grass is, shin tall.
Okay.
You figure the light reflected off something a foot in diameter. Do you stop and check it out?
A foot in diameter?
Yes.
So it's circular?
Sure. Yes. That's what you think.
Do I check it out? No.
Okay, so we're going to assume you did. as you go into the ditch and walk about 25 yards, you can see that it appears to be a pile of duffel bags about 20 or so feet from the grove.
Okay.
It's a grove of thinly covered. The grove is thinly covered with like thin ass trees, so you can see into it pretty well, and the trees don't look thick enough to hide anybody behind them. Do you approach the bags?
Does the grove hide marijuana though?
You don't know this. This is an unknown. Do you
So
go to the bags?
I'm already that far, is what you're saying?
Yeah, you can. You're like within 10 feet of these bags.
You gotta check the bags.
Well, I know you want me to, so sure.
Yes.
And then the fucking DEA's.
Inside the duffel bags, you see blocks of cash. Some stacked nicely, and some look a little disheveled. You think from them being moved into the pile. How much cash do you want to be in there in those duffel bags?
How much do I want to be in there?
How much?
Triple Frontier.
Because how much does $1 million weigh? Like, how many pounds?
How much?
It's a lot.
How much do the duffel bags look like they're worth? Like each one?
Each one
No,
is this.
I mean, like just the bag, not
The
like
bag
what's
itself?
in it. Yeah.
Oh, the bag
good
itself.
Yeah.
They gotta be $50 at a Target.
Because I want theft under 1,000. So I'm just kidding. I will. Well, I see. Like I said, me wouldn't take anything. But if you want me to say a dollar amount, okay. You said how much I want in the bag?
Yeah.
Or
How much is in
how
those
much I want
bags?
to take?
How much is in those bags? How much money do you want
Available.
to be in those bags?
How big a duffel bag are we talking?
We're talking just standard gym bag, 3 foot
What
by
are the denominations of the money?
hundreds.
Hundos.
Hundreds?
Blocks of hundos.
Blocks of 10,000 bands, dude.
How many bags were there again?
How many bags do you
thought
want
you
there to
said-
be? How much money is there, Ross?
Did you say a number of bags?
No.
Okay.
No, just a pile of bags.
Pile of bags.
How much?
please.
How many bags? How much money do you want?
If it's all hundreds jammed into duffel bags that size, 5 bags would probably be easily a 500 G, man.
Yeah, mil probably over a mil.
It could be. Depends on how tight this shit is.
So you want a mil?
And are they using the outside pockets?
No, they're not using the outside pockets. It's pure real estate in the middle.
Sure, a mil. Sure.
Okay, so you want $1 million to be in there. Okay, you take the duffel bags.
That'd be heavy, but okay.
What do you start doing with the money? Immediately. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, I can only give like what 2,800 to Bernie Sanders. So okay, let's see here.
Okay.
With $1 million.
Yep.
And see, me myself would be afraid that somebody wants this money, so I'd probably just give it away somehow.
They're not gonna know that.
The thing is, not that I've ever been in this situation before, and I'm not convicted myself. The thing is, so when you have people travel to other countries or whatever, the limit of money that you have to report, like claimable money or whatever, is 10 grand.
Yep.
So if you get a group of people together and say, hey, I'll pay for your ticket to get to this country, and you can keep half the money. Like, it's decreasing your money, but it's also increasing your.
You're saying I should leave the country with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But like, what if I don't have a passport?
Well, money solves that. Like, you have. You
Not
probably,
really.
You probably have.
You can
enough-
have all the money in the world, and it still will take you like a few days to get a passport.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have money now, you're like, yo, the money in my account, do I have enough money in my account right now to cover a passport and just sit on
I'd
this
be
shit?
better off getting a fake passport.
Yeah.
All right, so where are you driving immediately?
Where am I driving?
Yeah, where are you going? What are you doing with the money immediately?
Well, am I afraid for my life?
Are you?
I probably would be.
Does anyone know
Okay.
that you have the fucking money? Like,
It's
Well,
at
fast
night.
forward.
their fucking video.
So
cameras
whatever you
and
do with
shit?
it, wherever you go, you get kidnapped off the street, wherever you are, or they stop you in your car and they kidnap you. They put a sack over your head, obscuring your vision, and tie your hands behind your back. You fought valiantly, of course, Ross. We know that. And eventually, what seems like a half hour to you, you end up being taken somewhere and sat down. They tie your arms and feet to what you feel like is a chair.
Okay.
The fucking Bond movie? Holy
Yep, yep.
shit.
Well, I got close. We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
A man starts talking to you. How does this man sound to you?
How does this man sound to me?
Yeah.
Like Bill Clinton.
Okay. Do you say anything to him as he's trying to talk to you?
I'm going to act like I am deaf.
Okay. He tells you that he isn't surprised someone found the money. It was meant to be a dead drop for a drug deal, but the GPS broke, so they had to improvise. They left trail cams on the scene, and tracking your car wasn't an issue.
Okay.
He says he will make a deal with you.
Oh, shit.
Read the rest. I can't do it.
He says he'll make a deal with you. You haven't seen their faces yet. He said you can keep however much of the money you want, but you have to suck his dick through the sack. If you don't, you get dumped on the side of the road with nothing. Do you suck it? I knew it was going to turn into that. This is the most elaborate would you
Well, you said I already spent the money. I don't understand.
No, you didn't. You were on your way to spend the money, Ross.
So you're saying they caught me that fast?
Yes, they were watching the trail cams or something.
What the fuck?
You're not answering the question, Ross.
Well, to be fair, I didn't want to take the money in the first place.
But now what do you
shit.
do?
Do they know where I put the money? Like it was in my car or what?
They have the money.
Yeah, they have the money.
I'd just tell them to leave me in the ditch, I guess. Why?
Okay.
Good job.
So you would let them kill you, rather than
You said I would just get thrown in a ditch. You didn't say
Wait.
I'd die.
if you don't, you get dumped on the side of the road with nothing. Okay. I did say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take the.
I was
side
too
of the
busy
road.
laughing. I forgot that part.
And then Roddy
All right.
hears fucking Bill Clinton on the TV. He's like,
That's the guy.
I know where he's been. I'm not gonna.
So Ross, after that paragraph where I talked about tying your hands and feet to a chair, I made that in parentheses.
what is the number?
I got close.
Oh, you were pretty close.
Yeah, I got close.
You were pretty close.
I said in
close.
parentheses, Alex will make a stupid inside joke about a dead guy in a chair. I was close.
From the
Close,
D&D?
yes.
Super close.
Oh, my
Holy
prediction.
What
shit.
is the number to the account, Mr. Bond?
Anyway, that was fun for me.
That was
I
fun,
agree.
yeah.
Thank you for
That
thank
was
you for-
I wouldn't go out in the field in the first place, but okay.
I literally, that wasn't something I found. I wrote all that on break one day.
Oh Jesus.
And this was months ago.
this is
And I'm
gonna
like,
we need to make like an escape room experience, except it's like that. Like where
at the end, you have to suck a dick to get out. Yeah.
people will pay for that shit. What are you
No,
talking
you get your money back, but otherwise you get thrown in a ditch.
Yep. The escape room's free if you suck the dick to get out. Otherwise, you still got to pay and you can leave. Like,
about?
But in a ditch.
yeah, I'm doing it now. Now I'm making an
Holy
escape
shit.
room. It's
That
gonna be
is
called
fucking hilarious.
the Riddler's escape room.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. And then it's just gonna be me, the fat guy in a chair in a green man suit with poorly placed question marks on Post-it notes.
Okay.
That shit is mega. I thought once you said pick the amount of money, and I'm like, I know where this is going, but I don't know when it's gonna go there. This is
Man.
super elaborate.
I'm so glad I did that. Anyway, that's all. That's
Surprised
all.
that anyone can carry that much cash though. Like,
Bruh.
We did.
I bet.
He made it. He did.
well, you gotta think like
If it's
if it's hundreds, 10 of those is $1,000, so just 10,000 bills total. That's not gonna weigh like 300
dude.
pounds.
the thing is though,
Yeah.
you also don't know, like, he didn't say what season it was, what you have at your disposal, because like,
Left it up to the imagination.
right.
Well, if
in
it
my
would
car in
have,
the
if it would have
winter-
been like more, if I could have chose more money, I would have, because then I had what I would have did with it.
That was
Yeah,
the
two
point.
chicks.
You
Yeah.
picked the amount of money, and that would have been like
well, you
money
know,
that
you know, I'm
want.
not super greedy, man.
Yeah, I suppose you're like, I would donate to Bernie Sanders maximum amount.
I'm like, that is fucking sweet.
I'm like, awesome,
This
dude.
guy's clearly doing things.
Well, yeah, well, I would donate
$27.
25%.
Actually, his average donation this year is $18, but he's got the highest amount.
How much did I give this year? I think I gave 20. I
To
think.
B. Sanders?
Yeah.
Nice.
I gotta pay again. Alex probably has recurring payments.
You know, I did that 4 years ago, and I keep getting fucking emails from fucking Blue whatever. So I'm like, no.
Really? Shit.
I got a few, but I
still get
unsubscribed.
shit from Obama back in the day, but it's all for Biden.
You know, you could unsubscribe.
Yeah, but it's all for Biden now, so I love it because
you're
it's
like-
hilarious.
Yeah.
Uncheck.
Just a couple things I want to bring up that's really important. Sony is now enabling crossplay for whatever developer wants to do it
We
now for
fucking
PlayStation.
convinced them when we talked about it, dude.
Yep, they
I
saw
think-
it.
There was
yeah.
19
They saw
people.
us.
I
Fuck
think we
yes.
did that.
100
The
fucking
speculation is that the reason they never did it is because their online like system or infrastructure or it like wasn't good enough.
Everyone's always said that, yeah.
Yeah, like
But
to
then
even compete with the
Microsoft
other
showed
ones.
them how to do it, and now they probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the president for Sony said that the reason, his excuse for why they didn't do it is because when the other people on the platforms come play a game with you, Sony has no control over their accounts. So they can break their, standards or whatever, and agreement standard, what do you call that?
Yep.
Rules or whatever, but they can't touch their account.
There should be an in-game reporting.
Yeah, so
thing
they're
they
like,
can-
so that's their excuse why they never did it, which makes a lot of sense. But it's like, no one really cares because everybody's saying shit on Call of Duty to
it's
everybody and stuff.
eventually gonna turn into 4chan anyway.
Yep.
So your argument's
Hacker
gone, Ross,
4chan.
again. Like,
What's gone?
I don't know, our exclusivity shit and stuff.
Sony's
caving.
just because they're out letting people do it doesn't mean it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. They're like, yeah,
It'll
if the
be a
dev
thing on
wants
the
to do it, they
it'll
can.
be the thing on the PS4, but then the PS5 comes out. It's like fucking just clamp down again. Be
Yep,
like,
clamp down again, absolutely.
This isn't compatible with our new hardware. It's gonna take 5 years to work that out. Then we'll have crossplay back.
I also want to talk
Buy
about.
PS5.
Smart.
I also want to talk about quick an Untitled Goose Game. Can we bring that up?
What is that even?
You guys haven't heard of that game yet?
Maybe.
Have
I
you?
don't know. What's Goose?
It's a huge. Oh, I guess we don't need to talk about it then.
Okay.
But it's a huge indie game that's like blowing up right now.
Oh, no, I've
you
never
play as a goose in like a nicely colored like cartoon world, and you play as a goose, and your goal is to just go around, steal stuff from people, honk at them, and like mess with them and stuff.
They've done stuff like that before.
Yeah, and this game is getting. It's really huge right now.
Is it because it's like
and it's blowing up.
because it's
Is this a
GTA?
mobile game?
It's GTA,
No,
but you're
no.
a
It's
goose.
like computer?
PC, yeah,
PC.
PC.
Goat
And
simulator.
it's funny because people are like, they're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. No one's ever done this before. And I'm like, do you remember when you guys came your pants over Goat Simulator?
Yep.
Where you played as a goat and ran around and fucked with people? This is the exact same thing, but it's like, it's more, it's like the color palette is like light colors. It's cartoony. It's prettier, I guess, than Goat Simulator.
it borrows,
Goat
like,
Simulator's
So it's that weird, like eccentric, like art
pastel
style.
colors. Yeah, like light blues, light pinks, light greens, and stuff like that. And it's like supposed to be like quaint English town, and it's like shit like that. And Goat Simulator was a physics simulator that tried with their graphics and shit.
Any luck catching them swans then?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
anyway, I just
exactly,
wanted to
that's
bring
like
that
that.
up because people are going ape shit about it. So I might try it at some point, but it's $20 and it's on the Epic Games Store. So
$20.
So I'm not gonna play it.
Game
Yeah,
Store, you fucking.
I'm not gonna play it, but I might someday, maybe if it comes to Steam or cheaper.
I
I
like
guess
silly games though.
it is a very silly game. Yeah, you would like it. The thing that
Yeah,
is,
you can
I
play
would
as a
like
big
it
silly goose.
for an hour and a half, and then I would never play it again. Like shit like that.
Yeah, but you'd play fucking Astro Bears.
That game was.
We
fucking-
played that for, like, 20
That game
minutes.
was legit.
I know,
dude,
but
though.
I play that again for more
Yeah,
than
it was
20
fun.
minutes.
Marvel licensed Warhammer and is going to start making comics for them.
Yep, well, I believe it's like
Warhammer 40K.
late next year or something
Yep.
like that.
And I don't have much information on it. What were you gonna say about? Were you gonna say something?
As long as it's not Warhammer Fantasy, because that's.
I think it'll be
bullshit.
both. Is what my thought's gonna be. My thought is.
I know
about
for
it.
sure it's 40K.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll get a better look into like
The horror series.
like backstory of everything. Even if they get into the Emperor's backstory better, it would be great.
Dude.
Well, that's the Emperor's backstory is an unknown.
There's some of it fleshed out, but a lot of it like
shamans.
It's all like mythology and
Yeah.
The shamans like knowing about the fucking chaos or whatever,
This is-
so they all like commit ritualistic suicide to create the emperor or some shit.
Oh,
like that.
Jesus.
And for those of you who don't know, the Warhammer 40K is just like a science fiction universe, Games Workshop. They have a ton of they have Dawn of War games.
Yep.
They have a bunch of video games. They have
There are
some
Warhammer
short
fantasy ones,
movies,
It's like
books.
you think Star
shit,
Wars is
tabletop.
on a grand scale. Look at the fucking Imperium of Man, dude.
Yeah, the Warhammer 40K is
This
massive.
could
It's
be
been around
huge
for a long time.
for Warhammer, in my opinion, if Marvel actually chose them to be part of the
Because Marvel could start
comics.
making actual movies, like
even if it's
if they could
even
get a
if they're
deal.
animated,
Absolutely.
they could
if they
be
could
crazy,
get a
they're
deal with
crazy.
fucking Marvel Studios
The
for
thing-
a full fucking
Yeah, the thing that Warhammer 40K does the best is it made a mythos, like think of a Greek mythology, like obscure mythology references and stuff, and then it built a world around that. So it's got the epics, like the Odysseys, the Iliads, the Metamorphosis. It's got all of those. It's got shit like that.
Yep.
And people are living within these worlds, and it happens to be sci-fi why they do it.
Yep.
And there's still gods, essentially gods, like the chaos gods and
There are
stuff.
chaos gods and there are orc gods.
The elder
Yeah.
gods.
There's stuff
And
like
those are their own mythos and stuff, and it's insane. It's huge and massive. I read the books. The picture that we use on the other set for the backdrop, that's from Warhammer 40K.
Yep.
So I just wanted to bring that up.
Oh yeah.
No.
McDonald's is going to test Beyond Meat to compete with the Burger King Impossible Whopper.
Yep.
So that's exciting. I can't wait to try that because I'm fat. I haven't had an Impossible Whopper except for those like 2 or 3 that I had.
Yeah.
My oldest son eats them all the time whenever he can.
Yeah, they're a good taste. I don't crave them ever.
Yeah.
Like really.
I can't
I don't really
get my head
crave
around
like
that.
burger fast food ever anyway. Like
Oh, that's like my life.
I don't-
because I'm
Stackers.
fucking fat.
Roddy just gives me the death look over.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting the hair off my hat.
All right. Oh, and also some good news quick before we end it. Amber Geyer found guilty of murder and fatal shooting of Botham Jean. If that's how you pronounce his name. That's the Texas cop that claimed she was tired and she walked into an apartment that wasn't hers and shot the man who lived there, which was Botham Jean. And she was sentenced to 10 years, which is...
Well, you know why they only gave her
Low.
10 years instead of more, right? Because they actually, since she said she used the castle defense, and it being Texas, they're like, well, she thought it was her house, so she shot him. It's
Exactly.
not. So they gave
So
her
it's
10.
not, yeah, it wasn't premeditated, so they gave her 10
someone
years.
Someone
or
killed a
whatever.
police dog, and they got
Or assumed it
45
was
years
premeditated.
in
Maybe you
prison.
shouldn't use rules that are meant to
for a
protect people
fucking
as a
dog.
fallback for being
You
caught
can't
that
kill
fucked
dogs,
up.
dude. You can't kill dogs. That's just like killing children. You can't.
Would he?
Well, some people value animals more than people, when the fact of the matter is that animals are not people, but fucking tell that to a cuck.
I value my dog more than most people.
That doesn't shock us at all.
Yeah, I love Thor. Little Thor.
And on
He
that
can't
note,
defend himself. Look at him.
Thor will rise up and shit on all of you.
Yep. Well, hit me up on Plenty of Fish and
Yeah.
eHarmony.
We're gonna have a new profile
clap
coming soon.
cheeks.
We won't out people's names. We'll just read the messages.
Sounds fun.
The DMs.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
Late.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.